Welcome to the Vital Zone podcast, everybody. Each week, the Vital Zone will explore the small shifts that create powerful transformations in health and life. We sit down each week with holistic practitioners, wellness experts, and thought leaders to uncover practical tools, timeless wisdom, and cutting edge science that help you unlock your body's natural vitality. From nutrition to energy healing to mindfulness and quantum wellness, this is where ancient practices meet modern breakthroughs, giving you the edge to live with more balance, resilience, and vitality every day. So if you're ready to step beyond quick fixes and into lasting changes, welcome to the Vital Zone. I am one of your hosts, CJ. With me today, as always, every day, every podcast, my buddy Sean.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm excited to get into this episode and talk about what to look for when buying supplements.
So, supplements today. All right. Well, I'll just let you go ahead with it. Why are we talking about supplements?
Basically, a lot of the supplements out there's easy ways to buy stuff that doesn't work or doesn't work the way that you want it to work. A lot of the ingredients in like cheaper supplements, your body's not able to absorb them. It's called bioavailability, meaning does your body have to break it down to use it, or is it ready to use right away? A quick story, I was at Vitamin Shop this weekend to get some magnesium and like a sleep blend of like L-theanine and GABA. And the guy was really knowledgeable, and oh, that's overpriced because it's the ingredient. There's not enough of the ingredients, or that's not bioavailable. And he was just speaking this language.
Well, I noticed that just speaking on ingredients with my mushroom supplements I take, I have a multi, it's got like 4 different mushroom blends in there. And when I'm shopping for them, there's so many, but some of them say, oh, it's got these, 5, 6 mushrooms in there. And you look, and it's got 10 milligrams of each mushroom versus this one's
Yeah,
got
you need a couple
250
hundred.
milligrams or
No,
500 milligrams.
right. So that's volume. It doesn't have the volume needed to feel it or make a difference.
Right.
It's just it has the ingredients, so you
It's
just
all
assume
marketing
that
on
there's
the
enough.
outside. They get a pretty mushroom and someone with their brain with a bunch of shit exploding in it, and you're like, "Yeah, this
Well,
works."
you
And
got
then
lion's mane and lion's mane, but one's got 20 milligrams, which won't do anything. The other's got 250, which will do something.
right,
So, but you're just reading lion's mane, so you're thinking that I'm good to go.
right.
So, some other things we'll talk about is a lot of supplements out there don't have third party testing, so they don't send random batches out to a third party lab to make sure that it's safe, make sure that it has what it says it has in it.
But they still get approved from the
But no,
FDA
you
or
don't.
whatever?
The FDA, you see all supplements disclaimers say that this has not been evaluated by the FDA. So the supplements don't make claims, but it's not tested for third parties tested for purity. The label matches what's in it, stuff like that.
So is
So
there a specific third-party tester out there? Like, if
there-
I'm going and I'm shopping for supplements, like, what's the logo I look for that said third-party tested? Like, do they have
so
their own, or can you just say,
so
"Hey, this third-party tested"?
Ignites or Nutrifusion Ignite Energy Spray on the back, we have the GMP logo. They're little icon pictures
Oh, yeah.
tested. So after the manufacturer's done, sends it to a third party lab to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, and we don't actually receive it unless it's past that third party inspection.
So this GMP logo is one of the top ones.
Yeah.
So look at Nutrifusion, they're ignite.com. You can see the GMP logo. That's one of the things you want to be looking at when you're, shopping for yourself.
Yeah. And the other thing we'll cover is like formulation balance. Like with electrolytes, if you have too much of one electrolyte, it'll affect the other one. Like your body expects a certain balance of things that you're supposed to get from your food. And we'll talk about why our food chain's all messed up and the quality of our food's not what it was 100 years ago. So we need to supplement what our body needs in terms of vitamins, minerals, because we're not going to get it from the food supply.
Well, I was running around with my dad yesterday and we just ran by a restaurant. He was like, I don't know how that restaurant stays in business. And I was like, I don't know how any of them do
No,
because they're all the same. Every restaurant you go to, it's just a different form of what do you want fried and loaded with butter.
yeah,
So there's a couple of them out there that are that are really good, but, they're few and far between. It's just like it's just bar
It's a
food.
tough business.
It is. I'm not knocking everybody out because it is nice to go out and get something to eat. I don't wanna cook for myself all the time, but, it just seems like a lot of the stuff out there is
Even if you
and it
want
hurts my
everything,
belly afterwards. I mean, if I wanna go out to eat, I don't wanna leave and go home and go, "Okay, now I need a nap and, a Tums."
well,
But you're saying
that's
you
a
got
telltale
supplements that help.
sign. Formulation matters, like, the ingredients aren't gonna interrupt the other ingredients. And electrolyte balance, meaning formula, has the right ingredients in the right amount so your body doesn't get overloaded with one and then suppress the absorption of another.
So, like, I have that fruit punch electrolyte, powder.
Is it Bobby approved?
That I don't know. I know that it's my dad approved and he's the one
It's,
that
yeah, no, they're picky.
but I couldn't drink it because it was fruit punch during my fast, which I did do for the audience. I completed it. I went 40 hours and it was amazing.
And
And
that was your first
actually
one, right?
what's that?
That was your first.
First over 36. I did that 24-hour one like years ago, but no, this one was it was crazy. It's a mental it's definitely a mental game and it's the one thing I got from it was how mental the food is. Like
Yeah,
when I'm
how
sitting on the
programmed you
couch,
are
like I
to
don't
be.
need to get a bag of pretzels. Like my body don't need it, right?
No,
It's just boredom. It's, that's sort of your go-to for, we said it with alcohol and now food's part of it. Shit, I'm bored.
it fills a void.
Let me
Yeah.
eat some tasty snacks. But that was the one thing, the biggest thing I got from it was fighting with that. I want to go eat this, but you don't need to eat it. You're going through a fast.
And even if you're hungry, you have so many calories stored up, like, you're not gonna die.
But I wanted to bring that up to tie it in because one of the things that you said in the beginning of the fast was I needed an important multivitamin. Like that was like if you're doing this big fast, CJ, you should take this multivitamin.
Yeah, it helps your body not crave certain things that it needs to function and heal, right? But it also supports the process and supports fasting.
But even that in itself, there's so many multivitamins out there. Now,
Yeah.
lucky for you,
Yeah,
we got the
we'll
best of the
talk
best.
about, like, the
Yeah.
best of the best. The fourth thing we'll talk about is price versus value. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's great.
Well, let's go back to the electrolyte thing real quick. I
Yep.
want to have I had a question on it before we divert into other things. So just for the listeners to know and just to help them when I went out and I bought this, I took a picture of my dad's. He was like, it's here at Vitamin Shop. I went out and got it. You have a different one that's, not flavored because, then you can take it during a fast and the updated electrolytes definitely help you through that fasting process and staying hydrated like at hour 24, afternoon, you were like, you take electrolytes because that was another one of the tricks, to get you through that hunger issue. But and so there's that. But how do when they're shopping, do they know electrolytes, is it the same thing? You want a third party tested electrolyte powder? Are there
Electrolytes, the secret to those is, again, bioavailability. And
so bioavailability, explain that to somebody.
that's super simple. So bioavailability means, like, folate. I take folate for, post accident. Well, folate, your body has to break it down to make it available to use. Where methylated folate, it's already broken down and bioavailable right away. Your body doesn't have to do anything to turn a
So
methylated vitamin into a usable form.
So bioavailability basically means your body doesn't have to do
Do
anything
anything to
extra to
use
get it
it.
to activate. As soon as you
Correct.
take it, it's activated.
Just like charcoal. There's you can go out and get charcoal, but you want to get activated charcoal. And the charcoals, your body doesn't have to do anything to convert it.
So let me ask you this about the vitamin D, because that was going to be one of my must takes throughout the winter, especially living in the Northeast. I think that's why a lot of the New Yorkers are angry Italians because they're just
No,
running around
Northeast is always angry.
vitamin D deficient. But I do know that magnesium helps activate the vitamin D. I take 5,000 IU's in the winter, 2,000, the rest of the year. But it's hard to find vitamin D with magnesium. Like it was out there. I had a good one and it
Let me
last,
see how much.
once I went to redo it. Do you need magnesium for the vitamin D to activate, or does it just take longer for your body to process it?
Let's put it magnesium is like a super supplement. I used to get like really bad cramps in the arches of my feet, and it's like having a Charlie horse.
Oh,
It
yeah. The
hurts.
feet's yeah.
It
You
hurts
jumping out of
really
bed
bad.
yelling, "Help me." But
So
what's wrong?
I started doing some research and I came across and it talked about how like 82% of Americans are magnesium deficient. Magnesium has a ton of uses for your body. It's an electrolyte.
And where do you get your magnesium naturally?
I get it.
I just mean, like, where should we 82% of Americans are
Magnesium deficient.
versus, let's just say, Europeans that maybe not. Does it come from our food? Do we typically are
Y-
we supposed to
We
get it?
used to get all of this stuff from our food. We don't anymore,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's how it's manufactured, whether it's just not. Food is, I'd say our food is fake, but a lot of it is. Like
Okay.
the milk that we drink's not the same milk that got delivered to my grandpa's front door from the farm. Like meat, all the stuff, so everything's just so processed. And once you start touching it and processing it, it's now not natural.
One of the companies out there that, you can, fast food, I won't name it because I don't know, I don't wanna get in trouble, but, 30% of their beef product is actually beef. The other 70% is
Probably plastic.
it's just filler to keep it together and hold it together
So
and to keep it
gross.
present.
No,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna say which one it is, there's some good ones out, not good ones, but there's some
There's a reason why the stuff's cheap, right? And cheap supplements usually mean that's cheap ingredients or leftover ingredients from another run. It's it's not good.
I wanna
Uh,
call out one of the biggest, I think, red flags that I believe is that I turn away from immediately. Now, I use it for my kids, only because, my daughter can't swallow pills yet, but if it's in gummy form, if it's like "Hey, here's this mushroom in a gummy little ball," or "Here's these little sour gummy vitamins," I think anything that says it's a supplement and it comes at you in a little tasty chewable gummy. Am I wrong?
I don't know, what are you asking?
There's little gummy you can get a supplement and it's like, here, and it's like blackberry gummy flavored.
So I
Not a
almost
tablet or a powder, but like it's like a little piece of candy, but it's chewable gummies.
first thing is the only gummies I can speak to are the kids vitamin gummies.
Yeah.
And so they make the gummy and then they take a spray and spray the gummy with the vitamins. And then they can put on the label that there's vitamins here. Two issues. One, they're synthetic vitamins. So talk about bioavailability. Synthetic vitamins, you're just peeing it right out. Like your body can't use those. And it's a spray, so you don't know how much gummy has how much what. They just spray it and then can put it on the label because what was sprayed on was formulated a certain way. But that and the synthetic ingredients will, survive, but they're not going to do anything for you. It's not like they made the gummy or put the formula in the batter. They're spraying the thing. So
Think
I would challenge that whatever they say is on the label, that each of those gummies doesn't have the same amount of vitamin D or vitamin A.
Right. So just for constructive critic, because none of this is gonna be, maybe if it's bioavailable, but like vitamin D tablets and vitamin D gummies aren't gonna replace sitting out in the sun and
Nothing's going
just
to replace the sun.
getting it. Well, same thing. The natural vitamins that you get from vegetables and all that, I think, everything naturally. So I'm digressing. Is there any benefit to these gummies? Like, can your
No,
body still take the synthetic spray and go, hey, I'm not
no.
getting any vitamins
Synthetic means
today, but I
fake.
got a little bit from taking the
No,
gummy?
synthetic means fake.
So you're just wasting your money 100%.
Percent. You think you're getting it, but you're not getting anything really that your body can use.
Yeah.
Right? So synthetic vitamins, they're fake. They're chemicals is what they are.
All right. We got fake food, fake vitamins.
Oh yeah. No, and you wonder why everybody's sick. It's like they think they're getting enough X, Y, or Z, and they're absolutely not. And then they'll take a supplement, and then the supplement's not is either synthetic or it's not bioavailable or the formulation's off. So the balance that your body's expecting for the electrolytes, it's too much sodium or too much magnesium, or that's why I'm saying that's why we're having this episode. It's it's tricky, but if you know these certain things and what to look for, like if you're buying folate, you have to buy methylated folate. If you're buying, and we'll go over the Aspire, how everything it's either methylated or chelated, which means it's already broken down into its usable form. But synthetic vitamins, you're just peeing them out and they don't do you any good. And then when you spray it on a gummy, I mean, you might as well just save your money.
And so right now, so we got look for third party tested as one top trick. Number two is don't get synthetic. And then you were talking about like price versus something. You had another trick about looking at
Well,
pricing.
so it's like, is it a marketing thing? Like if something's high priced, odds are it's better for you.
Right.
Because if you think about from like the manufacturing, you need enough volume, you need it in the right balance, you need clean ingredients, they need to be bioavailable. All that stuff costs money. So
I think, yeah, you know, it's quality over,
it
all
it
about
all
that. And it goes
costs
everywhere.
money.
I would want my supplements to be high quality.
And you can buy cheap synthetic stuff from China, throw it in a supplement and put it on the label and people wouldn't know
I
the
just think
difference.
they're buying the right thing.
Yeah, and they're not. So when I was at the vitamin shop and the guy's like, "Oh, that's underformulated," I knew immediately he meant it's not strong enough to do what you want it to do.
Right.
Or it doesn't in looking at the sleep thing that I have, it has GABA, HCTB5, and L-theanine. Like they also work together to like calm your nervous system. And then one I picked out, he's like, "Nah, that's overpriced,"
Yeah.
meaning you're paying for the marketing basically. And honestly, a lot of the supplements when I go to Vitamin Shop and look at them, the ones with like the simplest branding are the better ones. Like Pure is a supplement brand. They spent no time on that label. It is not fancy. It's
Sometimes
just
simpler is better too, you
pure.
know, as far as
But
marketing
it
goes.
doesn't stand out on a shelf,
Right.
right? So you're going to look right past it. So just to sum up, you absolutely want nutrients that are methylated or chelated, activated. I haven't seen any say bioavailable, but that's what that means. Like it's ready for your body to use. A third party testing, transparency, there's a couple things that should be on labels, the GMP, the NSF, but basically it's saying that, hey, we take this so seriously that we send it random samples from our manufacturing run,
Yeah.
test it out and let us know if everything's good. That's super important because it's kind of like a third party saying, yeah, your label's good. Everything that you said is in there.
Yeah. And it means you know, you believe in your product enough to spend the
And
extra
that costs
money to
money.
go, you know what, here, we're taking the work out for you. We had it tested. There you go.
Another thing to look out for on like the third party testing or transparency is proprietary blends. So when you do a proprietary blend, say it's like 900 milligrams, and it lists a bunch of ingredients, you don't know how much of each is in there. So you don't know if you're getting enough of those ingredients because it just adds them all up as a blend. So proprietary blend, I don't know if it is proprietary or not, probably a marketing thing. But when you get
Well,
something,
is it also a way, a legal thing too? You can get out of telling everybody what's in it. Oh, this is our proprietary blend.
on the flip side is once you have your label like that, I could buy this and I could have a third party kind of steal the formula.
Right.
Right? And that's why people put the proprietary blend in there because then you can't, knock it off. But just because it says proprietary doesn't mean anything.
But you want both of it. It's got proprietary, also have the third party testing on there. And
Yeah. I mean, and some, these are third party tested. It's not on the bottle, it's on the website. But, and then formulation, you got to have balanced formulas. You'll see something that's got, probiotics is a great example. Oh, they say probiotics, which could mean a lot because there's so many different strains. And then they'll put on 15 billion, right?
right.
And then it's like one strain that's 15 billion. So it sounds like you're getting a lot of probiotics. When it's just one strain, it's probably a really cheap strain, and 15 billion's the same as 1 billion. Like your body's not going to be able to use the
Well, it's
rest.
also 15 billion at the time of manufacturing, which means by the time it gets to the shelf, half of them are dead. And then how long do they survive on the shelf? Are they refrigerated? I'm going to let Marty get into the probiotics
Yeah.
when we have him on the show, which should be soon. if he
if
confirms
he's
he's up to it.
up for it.
Uh,
But
but
you
he's the
definitely
expert
want
there.
a balanced formula, and you definitely want if something's like it does a million things, it's probably not true either.
Yeah,
Like,
too
just
much of something,
take this one
work
thing and
all
it's gonna
together.
do everything. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
So let me see here. Let me see what the next one is. Price and quality. Definitely do not chase cheap. I'm telling you, if it's cheap everything.
you're putting it inside your body.
It
If you're
matters.
going out and
What you
getting a
put in your body
supplement,
matters. Supplements go in your body.
pay
It
for the
matters.
supplement. Yeah,
That doesn't
don't
mean you got to buy the most expensive one, but definitely don't
and
buy
do
the
your
cheapest
research.
one.
These little tricks are here to help you so you don't lose your money and you get the best benefit, for your health and for your pocket too. But quality goes a long way.
If it's not quality, it's not going to work. So I know
Yeah.
it's
What's
cheaper,
the point of
but
you buying
since
it
it's
if
not going to
if it
work,
ain't
you're
gonna work?
wasting your money. So if there's like, say there's a multi that out there that's like, I see them, they're under 20 bucks, which supplements usually sell around like five cost of goods sold. So that means that supplement cost, the whole bottle costs $4 to make.
Yeah,
And I know to do a $4 bottle, you have to do a ton of bottles and you're using fake ingredients or leftover ingredients, and
yeah.
it's not good for you. It's not going to work. Just save your money. See, there you're wasting 20 bucks. Where I'd say quality multis should be around $1 a serving. Anything quality, $1 a serving is a good gauge.
Dollar a serving.
Yeah.
All right, there's your tip 3.
If it's like 50 cents a serving or 33 cents, it actually could do more harm rather than just wasting your money.
All right, so third party testing, no synthetic, and you want to be priced about $1 a serving.
Dollar serving's like it's quality, might not be premium, but
All right,
it's usually really, really good. Basically, just clean labels, right? So, these supplements, they're everything free. They're dairy free, sugar free, gluten free. Let's see, yeast free, soy free, nut free, artificial ingredients, artificial colors free, like no fake stuff and
yeah,
no allergens. That's another thing is, it's like made in a plant that also processes like egg products. And if you're sensitive to eggs or wheat or whatnot, that could end up in your supplement. So you want to look for stuff that is just free of all of the allergens, all of the inflammatory. That's all allergens do is they cause inflammation, and no artificial stuff. So CJ and I use an app called Bobby Approved for our food that you just scan the barcode and it'll tell you if there's anything fake in it.
right. I don't always go by it. It's just nice to know, but I'll still consume stuff they
The one
approve. But
thing that it just tells you, it's like,
yeah,
hey, it says natural flavors, but we don't
yeah,
know.
artificial sweetener, all that stuff.
Just you just want clean labels, clean ingredients, clean food, just clean.
Clean living, baby.
You
Clean
don't want
living.
none of the fake stuff.
LIVIN.
So yeah, so we'll move to talking about the multi, and the reason that like when I was in the hospital, they're like, "Oh, do you take any supplements?" And I was like, "Yeah, take a bunch." And they're like, "We don't want you taking anything because we're doing blood work. We're doing all this stuff to save your life. We don't want you taking anything." And I said, "Can I take my multivitamin from Aspire and my probiotic from Aspire?" They said, "Absolutely. Everybody should be taking it and your
Damn.
body needs it and it'll help you." So I was allowed to have my multi from Aspire and my probiotic from Aspire. Doctor approved while
On your,
in the ICU.
I won't say deathbed, but you were close.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I was
I didn't
close.
know that. That's the first time you told me that. Maybe I knew it when I came in and visited you, but I didn't connect it. But that's awesome.
So yeah, but not all multis are the same. Not all probiotics are the same. Marty can go more into those. But even though I eat clean and I don't eat any of that eating out stuff, I'm still not getting all the vitamins, minerals that my body needs. Like darn near impossible. So
Right.
you need to supplement that at the very least. So if there's one supplement that you should take every day, it's a super high quality, clean multivitamin. And your body knows if it gets too much of something, it can just get rid of it. So the multi, definitely fills in any gaps that I'm missing from my diet. Definitely fills in the gaps when I'm fasting. And I heard it on YouTube. One guy was like, well, calories determine your weight, right? Energy in, energy out. Your macros determine your body's composition, right? So even though you're eating 1,800 calories a day, if you're eating 1,800 calories of carbs, your body's going to look different than if you were
Yeah.
eating a balanced macros. And then how your body function comes down to the vitamins and minerals that you're getting at the cellular level.
So let me ask you this about this Aspire Nutrition multivitamin. Is this one like formulated for men, or is that like a marketing gimmick and really a multivitamin? It's pretty much if you're
There's
human and you
only,
got a good one.
I forget it off the top of my head, but there's only like one ingredient that women need. I think it might be iron that men don't need. So it's 99% marketing.
The same one. You can take it in. This is a powder, and you can
Yeah,
take
so you were
capsules.
talking about your daughter only wanting gummies. Like, I just want candy. I just want to think I'm eating candy, right? And Aspire Nutrition came about because Marty's son was diagnosed with autism. He really dove into the science behind supplements because he knew that he wasn't getting from his diet what was needed to, help his son's body habits operate its best.
Right.
And so he started Aspire because he's like, if I could have just bought the stuff, I would have bought the stuff, but it wasn't out there. And that's how I also started to learn, like, wait a second, like, I'm wasting my money here. This is under formulated here. I started looking at all my stuff. It's like, oh, well, I mean, it says charcoal, you should take an activated charcoal, right? Like I learned all these things, along the way, and then he went on, he gets real scientific about, like, he could sit here and talk for 30 minutes on the methylated, and
Well, we're gonna have
I
it
just want to
because
know my body can use it.
right, right. Me too. And he's already done all the work, which is why, trust me, go there. It's the best of the best. You can read all the reviews. I mean, it's literally
Thousands,
it's
thousands.
life saving,
But he came up,
changing.
so the first thing he came into was my kid won't take it. And he knew gummies were BS.
That's where the powder comes in.
That's where the powder comes in. So you can put it in a smoothie,
A little,
or like the
yeah,
probiotic, you can put it on pasta, tell them it's Parmesan cheese, right? Like,
yeah,
you can hide it, I
yeah.
guess is what I'm saying,
That's
versus
awesome.
giving them something fake, feeling good about yourself.
Right.
So that's why he had to come out with the powder first, was because kids were going to take it. And if you can hide it, they don't know they're taking it. Perfect. And some of them weren't old enough to be, swallowing capsules, and they don't know what it
Yeah.
is. Or so that's why he has powder and capsules for everything. But talking about this stuff, we're not going to get the stuff from our food. I mean, that's just a fact. There's nothing you can do about it either, unless you want to start your own garden, go through all the work.
Right.
Like, I'm not. So this formula here has all your vitamins in the right balances, all your minerals. They're all chelated or methylated, and it's got a whole food blend and some other things in here. So really, this is, I would say, 3 or 4 supplements in one. So this is your multivitamin supplement. This is your mineral supplement. This is your whole food supplement, like all in one serving. So
Well, that's awesome because that's the other sort of annoyance with supplements.
having to take 30 pills.
Yeah. Now I have mine, and it's this. I'm gonna just talk about my little trick going into the winter here that I'll bring in. It's part of my supplement, morning routine. Which I wanted to ask you what yours was, like what your favorite was. But
So
no, it's nice because you can get everything in one, and you're not getting. Well, here's my magnesium. Here's my vitamin C.
yeah, and you're just taking all of these.
Yeah.
No, take it. And to be honest, I make smoothies every morning, right? And I just throw my supplements in there. And even if you have a good capsule, like these capsules, I don't know if people can um, see them, but basically you can put those in a smoothie and it'll turn it into powder. So if I'm out of powder, I just put them right in the smoothie, and the NutriBullet like obliterates it into a powder form. But I put all my probiotics and multis in the smoothie every day. And honestly, my wife doesn't take supplements. That's why I put them in the smoothie that we share.
She doesn't even know.
No, she knows, but she
Yeah, not
doesn't
like
wanna,
you're, like,
like
sneaking them, but
she's not gonna take a handful of supplements, like, it's
yeah.
just never gonna happen, but if you could put it in a smoothie that I'm already drinking, problem solved, right? Which everything here, basically, this checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
Third party tested, the right ingredients and the right balance, nothing's gonna interfere with each other because you have too much of it. Um, and if I had better eyesight, I could read out the polyphenol blend for the superfoods. But this is 4 supplements in one.
Yeah, it's got a lot. So blackberry fruit powder, peach fruit powder, raspberry fruit powder, cranberry fruit powder, strawberry fruit powder, sour cherry fruit powder, bilberry,
It's got everything.
elderberry, organic broccoli, organic spinach leaf, collard greens, powder, kelp. Shit,
And
it's
it
got
says
it's
on the
got
top
kelp
here,
powder in there.
what's that? So
Like,
it says on the top, take with food. That's another thing with multis that I almost forgot is some vitamins are water soluble, some vitamins are fat soluble, meaning your body needs water and fat to digest them.
why didn't you tell me that before I took it, man?
Well, you drank some water, so you're like halfway
Yeah, I'm
there.
gonna eat right when we're done here. So,
But think about it, it's like your body needs
yeah.
fat and water to absorb, and so you should take it with food because most food has fat in it. But and drink some water, and it'll help your body absorb the most of the ingredients because it needs that extra thing to absorb them.
All right.
Let me see what else is on here. Let's see. Supports immunity, stress release, brain health, focus and attention. I mean, think about it. If your body's not getting all the vitamins and minerals it needs to do all of the stuff that it does without us even thinking about it, a shortfall is going to show up
So look at
somewhere.
it as a vehicle, right? That's our bodies are vehicles. And if you don't top off your vehicles with,
Yeah.
the
Car
right
needs
amount of
oil
fluid,
change.
your radiator needs
Right.
good
Yep.
anti-coolant, you need good
y-
engine oil, you need good gas,
Yep.
all
Our
that stuff.
body's
It's
the
the
same
same
way.
thing.
It
You need
needs
to
things to operate.
you need your body to operate at its optimal level.
See if there's anything vegan, gluten free. Now, those are, you can't say gluten free if it's not gluten free.
Yeah.
Those types of things on labels you can get in trouble with the FDA if you're lying. So if somebody says it's free of sugar, free of dairy, like that's a claim and it better back up that or you'll get
Right.
somebody from the government knocking on your door. And you definitely don't want that as a company. Why else do multivitamins matter? Besides not getting it from our diets. And even if you ate a colorful diet, so to speak, your body's still probably not getting enough of something. So I would
Right.
highly recommend
Well,
supplementing
just
it.
like you said, you're eating a colorful amount of diet. Let's say you're eating a beautiful plate of chicken, broccoli. Well, you got everything.
Yeah, you got
But there's
red
different
peppers.
stuff in Brazilian nuts that you're not going to get on that plate, right? That your
Yeah.
body absorbs. And that's just one example of many tying into what he was saying. But yeah, that's why you need one of these. All right, awesome. I'm sold. But what else?
I'm not really sure right now.
Well, let me ask you this. So I'm gonna bring this out. This is my go-to supplement for the winter, and it's oil of oregano. My mom put me on this. I take one of these every single day. I have not been sick ever since I started taking these. These sort of replace an antibiotic, like not replace an antibiotic. I don't want to speak that, but they do a lot of what an antibiotic does, which is fight bacteria, combat fungi. It does gut health, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. It can go on and on. And I think everyone should do their own research, but this is my little go-to secret through the winter that I feel great every day when I wake up. And when I go about a week, if I forget to take these, I start getting stuffy. I feel a cold coming on. I'm not saying this is the reason, but it does magic for me. So that's my little
So
trick
oil of
for you.
oregano, does that get, do you get any like,
Heartburn?
yeah, or like, like if you take like cheap omega 3s, you'll get like fishy.
You can taste the oregano. Like it's definitely because oil of oregano is strong.
I
This is
took
in
one of
capsule
those
form. You
earlier.
can get it and actually drop it on your tongue. But you definitely, like if you burp, you get a little oregano in the background.
Yeah. Uh, that's That's like the number one reason why people don't take fish oils, which give you omega 3s that is definitely not in your food.
I'm not saying that it's
But I took 2 earlier, like 2 hours ago, and I haven't noticed anything.
you may not. Like, it all depends, I think, on what else is in your body at the time. Because
Nothing.
I
I'm
take it every
fasting right
day, and
now.
sometimes I'm like, "Oh, there it is," and then other times I go the whole day, I don't even realize it.
Well, that's actually pretty good because I'm fasting right now and I can't see it. Like I don't.
This stuff's amazing, and I also think so that's one of my go-tos, and then I said earlier, vitamin D,
Vitamin D for sure.
and just it's so important.
Let me
Vitamin
see how
D
much vitamin
produces
D.
helps produce T cells, which are your cancer-fighting cells. You
So this
gotta
is
take it. You got it, and go to your doctor. See, get checked for vitamin D deficiency. I'm telling you, when I find not only sleep deprived, when I fixed my sleep apnea, that did numbers for me. But when I was vitamin D deficient, and I like you're supposed to be at a level of, let's say, 90, I was at 5. And I'm talking depression, grogginess, fogginess, irritable. I was angry. And it
you're
was
always
all because
angry
of the
though.
vitamin D. I started taking the 2,000 IUs, popping up my levels, and those are my 2 go-tos of a multivitamin or oregano, vitamin
So
D. But
these have 50% of your daily vitamin D in it.
oh, do they?
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're getting half of it. So if you took this and got just a little bit
Is
of
that
sun,
magnesium in it too?
dude, I cannot. I'm
Yeah.
getting
Give
old
it
though.
to Eagle Eye Jones. My daughter would be like, "Nobody calls you that." Yeah, it's got magnesium, 0.5 milligram.
Yeah.
Nice. So it'll activate
That's
the
what I'm
vitamin
saying.
D.
It's you skip a lot of pills by
Yeah.
taking
Now I gotta switch.
a good formula.
All right.
So the one thing I didn't know is I take the methylated folate separate, and I don't need to because I'm getting it from there. I never actually checked that label for methylated folate.
So it just
So it's
keeps
just
getting
one
better. He's
less.
been taking it for years and
Well, the
keeps finding out
doctors told me
new
that
awesome stuff about it.
the doctors gave me certain things that I had to take every day. One was vitamin D, one was folic acid, and then my wife went and bought me a bottle. And then I looked at it and I'm like, this is worthless. Like, I need methylated folate. I don't need
Right.
folic acid. And you got like a million pills for like $8. And I'm like, oh, this thing's worthless. But yeah, I didn't know they had methylated folate in here. So that's one less thing I gotta buy and one less thing I gotta take. Because
Nice.
I just get it every morning in my smoothie anyway.
All thanks to Aspire Nutrition. They're the goats.
They're the best. And these are a little more than a buck a serving, and it's totally worth it.
But only got they can go
Yeah,
directly
there'll be a
on.
link in the show notes where they can go to Aspire and get 15% off
Look at that.
on their first order.
Your first order 15% off, so buy a bunch of them.
Definitely try it. If you don't buy anything else, and if you don't buy Aspire, you should be taking a high quality, multi-strained probiotic every day.
Number 1.
And a very high quality multivitamin, and that'll get you so far. And you can just take the
That's it.
capsules, or just mix it into something.
Mix it in with your morning smoothie or, whatever.
Just
Oatmeal.
it's small shifts, live big. Like those are just small shifts. Like probiotics and
Extremely small shifts. 5 seconds in the morning.
that's it.
Add it to your meal. Or I like the capsules just because it's easier for
Yeah,
me.
so do I. If I'm on the go,
Like they're all right there. Take my couple and boop, I'm good to go.
and also be taking like capsules in a form that you could put in a smoothie. Those like really hard ones.
Oh yeah, because they're time released, right? Or there's a whole different
I
thing with those.
I
Some of them
just
don't even.
they're like a brick. They're like a mini brick.
Well, I read that some of these capsules, obviously not these ones, but the way that they're made, your stomach doesn't even dissolve them.
It it's a mini brick.
It's almost
That's all
like
I'm gonna say.
those ramen noodles that they did a video of, and they
Dude,
just sit in your stomach and look like plastic noodles just going over and
no,
over.
they probably are plastic.
So another reason to get look for third party testing, no synthetics, and be price
Activated,
conscious. You don't
methylated,
want anything.
chelate. If you're at the vitamin shop, put stuff side by side, and
Yeah.
just because they have the same ingredients, one could have little to nothing, but it's on there.
Speaking of which, The people that work at the vitamin shop by us, you had mentioned you asked the guy and he told you right
Oh,
away.
he was spitting fire.
I went there looking for, a mushroom supplement the one day, and I was so impressed by everything that he told me. And he dove deeper and he started talking about shit that I couldn't even like comprehend. And I walked out of there going, this was the greatest. If you need anything, ask those guys there at the vitamin shop because their information and knowledge level is sort of mind blowing. I was very, very surprised. It wasn't just like going up and just getting something right off the shelf. You know what I mean? They're not
I,
just standard employee. It was almost like he was a pharmacist.
yeah,
I don't know what kind of
I don't
training he
buy
had.
any of my supplements from Amazon. I buy them direct from the company or Vitamin Shop for supplements. Just because when I go on Amazon, I'm like, how much of these are knockoffs or how much is like
Well,
fake
that's the other
ingredients
thing.
from
So
China?
you go to Amazon, it's like 4.5 stars, right? Everybody loves it. How many of those
How do you even
are
know they're
coming
real
from health professionals that are,
or
experts?
bots?
We haven't had Sean's been our expert. We haven't had our true expert on the show, but Sean's been through enough that I was like, no, 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 you're the expert. We don't have to bring anyone on for this supplement show. You already know the hospitals. If you're asking the hospital, I want to take this, and you're going, oh yeah, absolutely. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I wasn't
awesome.
allowed to take
I didn't even know what I was taking and how good it was. I just was trusting you.
and I'm in a situation where everything has to be clean. My food has to be like, I don't have a choice,
Right.
right? So, and you brought up something earlier about the oil of oregano and talking about the immune system. Well, they took out my spleen, and that's what your spleen does. It's like one of the internal organs that help your immune system fight off like certain bad bacteria. And I don't have that. So this is the first fall and winter that I'm going to be supplementing on immunity. And I'll be taking Aspire's immunity supplement.
Yeah.
You're,
Oh, they have an immunity supplement.
yep.
Oh, so this is only their multivitamin.
Yeah, that's only
Oh,
the
I can't
multi.
wait to have Marty on the show, man.
He loves talking about this stuff.
Oh, I know. Well, it's probably going to be a 4-hour episode.
I
Between you, Marty, and my questions, you can talk. Marty can talk about this for until the
Marty
sun
loves
comes
talking
up.
about it.
And I got questions about all of it. So that'll be a fun one.
We'll do another episode on water. Like I have one of these water testers to make sure that.
Yeah, that made me want to burn my house down
Well,
and
no,
move
don't
to a
drink tap
place and
water.
get a well.
Don't drink tap water. It's pretty.
Filtered. I know. I got to go get my filter
But even
now.
if
My
it's
filter
filtered,
just
how do you
died.
know?
That's the only way
That's what I'm
you know.
saying. Like
You have no idea.
I
You
was
taste
having,
it, it's ice cold. You're like, oh, this is delicious. And it's like, oh, red. This has 800 bacteria points you're not supposed to have, or whatever the scale is. But
like I tell my daughters all the time, like assume everything's fake,
right.
right?
Well, we did the apple. I mean, yeah, our apples have been waxed since we could remember, but should you really be able to take a knife and scrape an
Scrape
apple
wax
and
off of it.
actually not touch the apple with the skin and be able to take the
Yeah,
plastic that's there
it's so
and
funny
make
you
a
said
lip
that
balm?
because I didn't believe you.
It's crazy, right?
You're like, just try this. And I went in and I got a butter knife and I took an apple out of and I scraped it. And the ones I get from Aldi didn't have that. But the ones that Susan got from Giant, you could see the wax.
Apparently, if they got a 4 on the barcode, which I don't know, but that was what
That
the
was,
video said. If it has a 4 on the barcode, it means it's
but it looks
coated
like
with
an
the.
apple. You don't know.
It tastes like an apple when you bite it. It's juicy. You don't eat the plastic. You just thought it was the skin, but
But the wax, I would imagine it makes it the shelf life is a lot longer.
that's why they're so shiny. You ever see a shiny apple and you got that apple tree sitting right out front? I've never seen a really shiny apple like
That's a
they
good.
look.
I used to pick apples when I was a kid, and they were never that shiny.
They don't look like they do sitting on the shelf at the grocery store.
Yeah, you got to be aware that
Right.
stuff isn't even as it appears. Like you would think an apple of all things.
Apple a day,
No one
everybody.
touched it.
Yeah, it's just an apple.
It's just an apple.
I'm being good.
Next thing you know, you're scraping off wax. You're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So just be aware that our food is it's not all fake, but as soon as the human starts touching it and messing with it and takes it
Humans
out of its
touched it, yeah.
complete natural state, nothing good's going to happen.
Right. But I mean, it's out there as long as you're aware of it. You can reduce the 80-20 rule,
Yep.
Yeah, 20% of the time if you're eating plastic apples and
Well, they're
30%
not
meat at
plastic, those
fast
are
food, then
excellent, but ramen noodles,
treat yourself.
those are plastic noodles. Those burgers you were talking about, God knows what's in those.
Well, they weren't burgers.
Whatever, like, you don't even know what's in there.
Yeah.
It grosses me
I'll
out.
tell you what
I
type
don't
of
trust
food it
it.
is. I don't think I can get in trouble. They were tacos.
Well, that's easy to fake. That's easy to fill. Put fillers in because they have all the salt and
The
seasoning.
taco is a meat taco. So you're like, ooh, I want this meat soft taco, blah, blah, blah. And 30% of it's meat, the other 70.
Is who knows? Filler.
I still
Fillers
went and
means
got it
it's
a
fake
month ago.
fake salt.
Knowing it, and I was like, I don't care. I was in a bad mood. I'm like, I'm just eating it.
Uh, Bro,
Took a nap.
killing me.
It's good. All right. We got anything else?
Not for today.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. The Vital Zone podcast, everybody. I'm CJ.
I'm Sean.
God bless you all. Peace.